The interview process is long and only getting longer. A recent report from Glassdoor found the average interview time has increased significantly across the globe. According to the job site, the average interview time has increased by as much as 3.7 days since 2010. Brian Kreissl, Product Development Manager for Carswell's Products and Solutions, sat down with Canadian HR Reporter TV to discuss the interview process.
Organizations are afraid of making a bad hiring decision. Are they being a little too paranoid? I don't know. There's a possibility. I suppose you're never going to be 100% sure about a candidate's fit until the person is in the role actually doing the job. So I think some companies might be just a little bit too scared, too wary of giving people a chance. I think a lot of organizations are still acting as if we're still in the depths of the recession and that they hold all the cards. And so therefore they might be holding out for the proverbial purple squirrel candidate who has everything that they might be looking for. And because of that, I think you're seeing a lot of organizations they're not really providing the same level of training and development that they used to. And so they're expecting that people will come in and hit the ground running from day one. But then I think there are also some jobs that organizations realize aren't critical to the bottom line. And in this era of cost constraints and that sort of thing, I think there's a lot of times when people say, hey, we can afford to have this job open for 6 or 9 months. It doesn't matter. Companies will lose out on candidates. I think especially nowadays with the job market starting to heat up a little bit more, there are more and more people who have other offers on the table or who are pursuing other opportunities. So if companies take too long in the interview process, there's definitely a certain percentage of people they will lose. But I think more importantly, I think, is the negative impact on employer branding. One aspect of employer branding that's gotten a lot of press lately is the whole concept of candidate experience. And I think if candidates have a negative experience throughout the interview process, it's likely to turn them off. They might not be interested in working for that organization. They might decide to bow out of the process. And not only that, they can go and tell their friends about their experiences. And if they go onto social media or what have you, that sort of message can go viral. And I think people can realize that it might not even be worth it applying for a job at this company because they take 6 months to make a decision. You have to come in for 5 and 6 interviews. And I think that does definitely turn a lot of people off. But I think they can actually reduce the time to hire and shorten the process by reducing the number of interviews. And one of the things they can do to do that is scheduling panel interviews. So rather than having someone come in for 6, 7 interviews and meeting with different people each time, they could have 3 or 4 people in the room at once. And I think that can certainly cut down on the number of interviews that people have to go through. And it also has the added bonus of reducing bias. They also need to start returning to hiring for potential and organizational fit and stop insisting on hiring those purple squirrel candidates and understanding that no one is going to be productive on day one.